Certainly too bad, miss. That's all I can say. When did he die, miss?
He died early this morning.
Excuse it, miss.
Before we begin, understand this. The African Queen is not an adventure film about conquering nature. It's a story about two people who fail forward through fear, illness, irritation, and exhaustion. This is not a romance born of charm. It's a connection forged by survival. Let's begin. 1. The film that refused to be safe. In 1951, Hollywood liked adventure, but only when it was controlled. Studio sets, painted jungles, fake rivers, comfortable stars, predictable danger. John Huston rejected all of it. He insisted on filming on location in Africa, exposing cast and crew to heat, insects, disease, unpredictable terrain. The studio resisted. Huston didn't care. He believed discomfort produces honesty. 2. Two characters who should never have survived each other. At the center of the story are opposites. Rose Sayer, disciplined, religious, morally rigid, controlled. Charlie Allnut, drunk, chaotic, cynical, emotionally untidy. They don't fall in love, they collide, and neither is prepared for what the collision reveals. 3. A war story without battlefields. World War I exists in the background, but it never dominates the frame. There are no heroic charges, no speeches, no patriotic certainty. Instead, war appears as interruption, villages destroyed, lives displaced, moral order shattered. The film doesn't glorify conflict. It treats war as something that forces movement, not meaning. 4. The boat as a test of character. The African Queen, the boat, is not transportation. It's a pressure chamber. Small, unreliable, slow. Inside it, Rose and Charlie can't escape each other. Their beliefs are tested. Their patience dissolves. Their assumptions fail. The river doesn't care who they were before. 5. Why this isn't a traditional romance. There is no charm offensive, no witty seduction, no idealized longing. Affection grows from shared fear, shared mistakes, shared endurance. Love here is not attraction, it's recognition. 6. Humphrey Bogart was never supposed to be this vulnerable. Bogart built his career on confidence. Huston dismantled it. Charlie Allnut is sloppy, frightened, stubborn, and unsure. He doesn't command the screen. He survives it. That vulnerability changed how male leads could exist on film. 7. Katharine Hepburn's strength is not loud. Rose's strength is often mistaken for dominance, but her power comes from persistence, not control. She adapts, she listens, she bends. Her moral certainty doesn't vanish, it evolves. That evolution is the film's quiet center. 8. Illness was not fiction. While filming, crew members became seriously ill. Living conditions were brutal. Only Huston and Bogart avoided sickness by drinking heavily. Hepburn later joked, "I lived on pills and prayers. The exhaustion you see on screen, it's real." 9. Nature is not the villain. The river is not evil. The jungle is not hostile. They simply exist. The film refuses to frame nature as something to defeat. Instead, it asks, how do humans behave when they are no longer in control? 10. Survival becomes the only plot that matters. As the journey continues, the original goal fades, plans collapse, motives blur, victory becomes irrelevant. The only remaining question is simple: will they keep going? Not together, just going. This is where the African Queen stops being a journey and becomes a reckoning. 11. Authority quietly changes hands. At the beginning, Rose appears dominant. She's educated. She's morally certain. She believes in rules. Charlie appears weak, drunk, evasive, unfocused. But survival rearranges power. Charlie understands the river. He understands engines. He understands improvisation. Rose understands purpose, but purpose alone doesn't move a boat. Authority shifts not through force, but through necessity. 12. Faith is tested, not mocked. The film never ridicules Rose's beliefs. Instead, it pressures them. Her faith begins as rigid: right versus wrong, order versus chaos, purity versus corruption. But the river doesn't respect categories. Rose is forced to confront a truth few films dare to touch. Faith that cannot adapt becomes another form of fear. This isn't loss of belief, it's refinement. 13. Charlie's cynicism is a shield, not a philosophy. Charlie drinks not because he doesn't care, but because caring has failed him before. His cynicism isn't wisdom, it's armor. Slowly, Rose sees this, and instead of trying to change him, she stays. That decision matters more than persuasion. 14. The river is a moral equalizer. On land, social roles exist. Titles matter. Backgrounds dominate. On the river, education means nothing. Class dissolves. Authority resets daily. Every rapid is a negotiation. Every repair is temporary. The river turns people into equals by making them equally vulnerable. 15. Romance begins where illusions end. There is no falling in love scene. Affection emerges quietly, in shared exhaustion, in silent understanding, in choosing not to abandon each other. This is romance without fantasy. Two imperfect people discovering that survival feels different when shared. 16. Danger is treated as routine. The film refuses melodrama. Threats appear suddenly: gunfire, explosions, mechanical failure, and then life continues. This realism unsettled audiences, but it mirrors reality. Danger rarely announces itself. It interrupts. 17. John Huston wanted discomfort on screen. Huston believed ease made actors dishonest, so he removed it. Scenes weren't rehearsed endlessly. Conditions were harsh. Improvisation was encouraged. Performance became reaction, not planning. That rawness is the film's texture. 18. Humor exists only to keep people going. The film is funny, but never frivolous. Humor appears as survival reflex, emotional release, resistance against despair. Laughter isn't joy, it's oxygen. 20. The boat becomes an extension of the body. By now, the African Queen feels alive. It leaks, it breaks, it resists. Keeping it moving requires constant attention, compromise, patience, like relationships, like faith, like survival itself. 21. The mission stops being the point. Early on, there is a goal. Later, there is only momentum. Why they continue becomes less important than the fact that they do. Purpose transforms from ideology into commitment.